make me brand new. I wanna be Bonita, just like you. Make me beautiful.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bonita Show. Well, today I have a very special episode, and I want you to stop what you're doing and take note, because this young woman has a powerful testimony, and we're looking at life stories. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a look at this video, and I'll be right back.
He's covering your family. He's covering your children. He's covering your future. Oh, he's covering it with the blood. You are covered by the blood. The enemy thought he took you out, but you're covered by the blood. You better push and pray. You better pray right now. And you better apply the blood to your house. We command we command brain tumors. We command you to triumph by the power of God. We command thyroid conditions to lose your hope. Come on and pray. Come on and pray.
October 2022, I found out that I had lung cancer. I was singing here at our church, and I was singing a song that became my fight song by the name of Fight My Battles. And when I left the stage, I was breathless, almost about to pass out. Went to the doctor, and they ended up finding an inoperable tumor. And we had to move pretty fast. I went through 37 days of radiation. It feels like your entire body is on fire from the inside out. And the nurse explained to me that it normally doesn't happen where you feel the symptoms until week 4 or 5. But I went in and it was straight gas, foot metal to the pedal, and I felt like my entire body was on fire. And then after a couple hours, you cool down, and then you start to feel like you're nauseated, all those type of symptoms, and very, very tired. But if I can tell you any experience with radiation, is that you literally feel like you are on flames rather. Chemotherapy is what took a lot of my hair out. So many of you who may watch this remember how I was pretty much bald, and that came from chemotherapy. Radiation, what they are doing is burning literally the tumor out. So the radioactive waves that were going through my chest literally burned my entire chest up, to where I still have scarring there. It's hard to look at in the mirror, but it's what they call your battle wound. But you normally have the same symptoms as chemo, but it's not as hard. Chemo is no. I started feeling physically weak, to where my energy was depleted. I couldn't really do normal day-to-day activity without help. I would say the week of our bishop's gala, we had a gala here, and I had come out of treatment that day a couple hours before, and I was getting ready, and I literally felt like, I don't know if anybody has ever had the flu or even COVID, I would say, put together. And it was just an unbearable weakness on my body. But I wanted to be there so bad for our bishop. I wanted to put on my nice little dress. I wanted to go and see everybody. And so I ended up having to leave the gala early because I felt like I was gonna pass out. It's just you just really don't feel well when you go through treatments. But a lot of times I just know how to push through things, and I could not push through that day. So I say the weakness started the 3rd or 4th week of going into treatment. Specifically, that day is pivotal in my mind. So in fighting through all of that, I just had to learn how to put my trust in the Lord and keep going, keep fighting, letting Him do the work. After the radiation, we went a few more weeks, and they told me, you need to just basically start planning my funeral. Nothing was working. The cancer had metastasized to my lungs, to the diaphragm, and to the sac around my heart. So we didn't know really what to do. So I really had to lean on those words and just say, Lord, please fight my battle. Do what only you can do. And He did just that. While I did the next 4 weeks of treatment, we had to wait for them to get their results back and things like that. I still was experiencing a bit of difficulty breathing. I couldn't walk too many distances without feeling short of breath. Definitely couldn't sing, could barely do what I'm doing now, talking. And so we kept going. And then the week of my testing, something in me just felt like I just couldn't do it anymore. So I was getting ready to throw in the towel, and I did not do that, but I wanted to throw in the towel. And the words of that song kept going into my head, fight my battles, fight my battles. And I kept the treatment going, and they told me, ma'am, we need you to come back. So we came back for the testing, and they said, we don't see any cancer in your body. So I just thank the Lord that he held me up during that time, and we are still working some things out, but I just keep thinking about what he did a few months ago, and I know he'll continue the work. Going through the battle physically literally has impacted me spiritually, because I have learned how to totally depend on the Lord and to just realize that nothing catches him by surprise, right? So like, I cannot control this because he has allowed it. So all I can do is trust him to get me through it. Have I had weak moments? Yes. I've had days where I'm like, Lord, I don't want to be your #1 draft pick anymore. I don't want to be on the varsity team. I don't want to be your vessel to go through these types of things to show that you're the God of miracles, signs, and wonders. And we have had fist fights in prayer about it, but I have learned that I am equipped for it because he keeps obviously, choosing me for this specific area of go through, if you will. But it is very difficult to keep your spiritual and mental together when you're going through something like this, especially hearing different types of prognoses. Sometimes you hear, hey, you only got this amount of time. Oh, we can't do this, and that, get the plan. And it's just like, Lord, why did you do this? But I have learned to just literally depend on him and trust him and realize that nothing catches him by surprise. And if he allowed it, I just got to go through it, and I'm okay with that. It's not easy, but nothing in this Christian walk is easy, but I just keep my eyes on him through the entire journey. And I want to tell anybody out there who's watching this that our God is God of miracles, signs, and wonders. He can do miracle after miracle after miracle.
Coming up on Bonita.
And I'm not gonna break 'em, and I won't be afraid. Oh, this is my moment, this is my time. Just move out my way, 'cause I'm not backing down. Now that I realize who I am, I'm alive. So why not me? See, I'm the perfect person to go through the storm. It won't break me, it won't kill me, I'll move on. And then I'll come out even better than before. And I'll never see this place anymore, 'cause my faith is getting stronger every day.
Watch Bonita on demand. Subscribe on YouTube at The Bonita Talk Show. Catch Season 1 and more of Season 2.
Welcome back to the Bonita Show. Well, I am here with a powerful young woman that loves God, and she has a great testimony of how God has blessed her and how God is even just moving in her life right now. Well, we captured her life story. So, Paige, I'm so happy that you joined me after we just saw that. I know that that video touched your heart in so many ways. So, Paige, I want to ask you, how did you feel when you were being taped and just reminiscing on your life story of what God has done in your life?
I felt a little overwhelmed. It's kind of hard to talk about and relive those moments, but I'm finding that the more I do talk about it, it's encouraging to me to look back to see just how far God has brought me and how far he's taking me and the lives that my testimony touches, and it brings me encouragement to keep going. So I'm getting more comfortable talking about it, just because it's not something that obviously anybody would want to relive, but it is very rewarding to look back to see just how far.
Yes, and you are I mean, a pillar, just God's choice. His hand is on your life.
Yeah.
And I can remember talking to you several times about your many dreams and just being even an advocate for others. So let's talk about that. What are your dreams as far as taking your story to help someone else? And I want to commend you, first of all, for just having the courage and the heart to speak, because we're talking to an audience here and someone may be going through the exact same thing. And I've come to learn that our testimonies they help to edify others and help to bring them to a place of faith. And I know that's what's happening right now. So talk to me about what some of Paige's dreams are, what some of your aspirations are, what you want to see God do, even in what you've had to go through.
Well, the first dream and goal of mine is to get my book out of all of my journey with this and journey with past health issues. And I do feel like I see myself bringing awareness to not just lung cancer, but even lupus. I have had to live with that for a couple of years, and to help women to understand that they can still live a life outside of having these illnesses. A lot of times we feel like stifled because it's like, oh my gosh, we're sick, we can't do this, this, and that. But I think I see myself being that pillar in the world where I can show people that it's doable to be, ill, and for lack of a better word, and to still live your life and to live your dreams. So those are the top two things on my list right now.
Have you started working on your book yet?
I sure have.
Great.
I have
How far are
started.
you into it?
Chapter 5 as of today.
Chapter 5. And how many chapters are you?
I have 8 in mind, but I am speaking to an editor and she thinks I should do at least 10, because there's so much to unpack, and she's getting me out of my comfort zone, like I said, about talking about. I do better writing with it than speaking about it, so there'll be more context in the book and things like that. But there was always that fear, like, okay, if I put this book out, then people are really going to see how I felt dealing with this. You're not going to know the Paige that's smiley. It's really delving into like how I really felt dealing with this entire situation.
Yeah. And you know what? I've seen you. You have such a vibrant, bright personality. And as I told you, when I see some of your content on Instagram, I start just smiling. Even we were on set, and you made a comment, and it just made everybody just smile and laugh. So you have the ability to, you're anointed to affect people's lives. And I just appreciate you being willing to share your story. And I want to say this, I'm going to personally sow a seed into your book because I want to see it happen. So I am committing to you today to sow a significant seed to see your book come into fruition. And you that are in that studio audience, you can email me at bonitaandreashelby.com if you want to sow into this book too, because I want to see this book. I want to see it come to pass. I want to see it manifest, because you have a lot to say and you're going to affect a lot of people's lives in it. So I want you to stay tuned. We talked to Paige. We saw her life story. God is doing some amazing things in her life. And we'll be right back after this commercial break. Do you love a good book? Well, I'm an author, and I have penned 4 wonderful books that I want you to go to my website and order. The first book is Why Not Have It All? It's a book about spiritual balance and fulfillment. My second book is The Praise Place, speaking of praise as a place of residence where you belong. The third book is a children's book entitled My Mirror and Me, and it speaks to confidence, getting our children to a place of confidence and knowing who they are at an early age. My fourth book is the Blood Prayer Pocket Guide. It's a guide that you can pray this powerful prayer that you've seen my commercials, that you can keep this pocket guide in your purse, pull it out, and pray the prayer verbatim. Well, I encourage you, go to my website, bonitaandreashelby.com, and order your book today. Hello and welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show. We've talked about some amazing life stories, and now we're getting ready to look at a mother and her wonderful daughter. They have a great story to tell of how they have preserved their family and stayed together in the midst of adversity. Take a look at this.
Wow, Bree, just to think, it was 22 years ago today that culminated in what, in my history, the most traumatic year of my life. It was a series of events that year. I took care of my parents. My dad died in the spring. I quit, had to leave a job that I was at for 20 years to help take care of my parents and my children while my husband worked. Then September that year, it was 911. That was trauma for everyone. And then the culmination on October 22nd, 2001, my husband came home from work, working a midnight shift. I was getting you all ready for school. We had a conversation. He went to bed, and I heard the most disturbing sound ever. He had a heart attack that morning while my children were there, and I was getting them ready for school. Do you remember that, Bree?
I do. I remember getting ready for school. It was just after my 10th birthday. I just turned 10, double digits, and I was getting dressed, and Dad was the one supposed to take me to school. So I was waiting for him to wake up. Like, why isn't this guy waking up? But I heard this crazy snore. It sounded like a train. Like, it wasn't a snore. It was very weird. And I just heard this scream, "Oh, Brianna, go find the phone. Go find the phone." And I was wrapped up in my towel, like, what? So I'm running around the house, and back then we had cordless phones in the 90s, or not, because coming out of the 90s, it was 2001. We had cordless phones and 3 kids in elementary school, so the phone was never on the hook, playing on the phone, calling aunties, calling cousins. So the phones were all dead. No cell phones in the house, and I froze. Do I walk out? People were getting ready. High schoolers were at the bus stop. Like, do I go outside naked? Do I run to the neighbors? What? And I just remember I froze. I don't know how you ended up finding the phone, but the ambulance came, took you guys away, and you just said, wait here. And I was there with my little brother and sister, and we waited, and got the news, not so good.
Right, we went to the hospital, and the family came over. My sisters came over. They lived a good distance, but I said, you got to go to the house with the kids. I had to leave them, and I called back and had to give my children this traumatic news. I'll never forget it. But that night, I'm in shock, and I'm looking at my babies, and it's like, God, what am I going to do? I felt that. I felt this overwhelming, like, God, I need you. I need you. And at that point, I had finally, everybody was sleeping in their own beds. But that night, we all slept together. And it took a good while for them to go back to their own beds. But it would be the 4 of us sleeping together. And we would watch like Emerald, Food Network. It was a safe place for them to watch. But that time, we were together. And in those moments, asking God for strength, like, how am I gonna do it? Our lives were always really busy, traveling. We like to travel together, do eventful things, and travel with other families. And they were already always involved in great activities that applied to their lives. And I thought I wanted to keep doing this. I wanted to travel with them. I was afraid to get on the plane with them by myself. And I said, Lord, what am I going to do? And he strongly said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. And I just felt the strength of God. And I had this vision. I went to sleep one night. I had this vision, or dream, I should say. And we love to swim. If anybody knows the McCoys, we got to have water. Vacation, it's not a vacation without a beach, a pool, or water park, or we just love swimming. And he had taught the kids how to swim at a young age. So in this dream, I'm at this recreation park, and I'm swimming with them by myself. I would never get in the pool with them alone. This was all in the dream. And they were all elementary school kids, so that wouldn't have even been safe, really. But my husband was on the side of the pool. He had a half smile, and he looked and nodded his head looking at me. And as if to say, it was no words, his mouth wasn't moving, but I heard the voice, Cheryl, you can do this. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. And at that moment, when I woke up, I realized the dream, and I realized what was happening. And I just felt a boldness of God, and I just felt God was with me. And His grace was sufficient. So I rolled my sleeves up and I said, whatever we got to do, we're going to make this happen. So organizing and scheduling and getting people where they needed to be. I didn't want them to miss anything. That was my mission. We had plans for our children. We talked about, even before we had them, what we wanted to do, and plans for their lives. We had a plan for their lives, and I was determined to fulfill that vision, that dream that we had for our youth. And God has blessed them to this day. I thank God. They all love God, serving God, have great careers, pursuing great things in God, and I am so grateful and so blessed. But His grace is sufficient for me, and it's sufficient for you as well.
When I look in the mirror, I see a girl, beautifully broken, perfectly flawed. I don't even know how I made it this far. And I'm asking myself questions like, why did I do it? Why did this happen to me? Then I said, you can get through it. You just have to believe what I do now. Gotta make it all count. So why not me? See, I'm the perfect person to go through this storm. It won't break me, it won't kill me, I'll move on. And then I'll come out even better than before. And I'll never see this place anymore. 'Cause my faith is getting stronger every day. I'm removing everything that's in my way. And the fact that I survived another day makes me say, why not me? Why not me? Oh, why? Oh, one day I'm up, the next I'm down. Problems coming faster than I could count. Who can I run to? No one to talk to. Can somebody tell me what to do? Why did I do it? Why did this happen to me? You can get through it, and you just have to believe what I do now. Gotta make it all count. Oh, so why not me? See, I'm the perfect person to go through this storm. It won't break me, it won't kill me, I'll move on. Then I'll come out even better than before. And I'll never see this place anymore. 'Cause my faith is getting stronger every day. I'm removing everything that's in my way. And the fact that I survived another day. Oh, this is my moment. There's no turning back. It took me a while, but I have no regrets. I
What a powerful story. And I have witnessed firsthand this family persevere. I know them personally because these are my husband's and my godchildren. And we have watched this family come through many obstacles, but they have great success in God. I have watched this mother be a mother of just great example to every mother, a single mother raising her children. Her children are now doing great things. We have Brianna, who is in media, has worked in Hollywood, worked on talk shows, the Steve Harvey show. She has done so many wonderful things. And then we have Matthew, her son, and he's in medical school. And then there's Gail. Gail is now pursuing her master's degree, so they're all educated. They're all God-fearing. They love God, and I've watched this mom keep her children involved in church, extracurricular activities. There was nothing that she wouldn't give to her babies, and now we see the result of it. So I want to encourage you mothers, hang in there. Look at these stories of how God has blessed us in the midst of trial, in the midst of circumstance, and we see the result. And that is, we have amazing children and amazing parents. So thank you for watching today. Hey everybody, are you enjoying the Bonita Show? Well, I'd like for you to consider sponsorship and becoming a partner with us to take this worldwide. Please connect on BonitaAndreaShelby.com and all of my social media platforms. And every contribution that you give will help us to keep this on the air and to take it worldwide.